You know.
Now, why don't you give our audience just a shorthand understanding of the difference, because some people feel they don't understand what raw food eating actually is. So let us know what that is.
So there's many levels of climbing a stairs, how you climb stairs. And basically like this, a true vegetarian, in the term, the true book term is totally vegetation. Okay, so that's and meaning there's no dairy, there's nothing in there, but it's vegetation. That is a vegetarian. A vegan is one that from their clothes that they wear, from the food that they eat, has no animal dairy products in it whatsoever.
Got it.
Okay, so that's what a vegan, and a vegan meaning that it's cooked, it's warm food, it's heated food. Now when you go to the next level of graduation, it's considered raw food, which is still can be vegan unless you add honey. Some consider it still to be vegan if they add honey, but that is something that comes from a bee.
Got it.
Okay,
so it's an animal product, even though an animal wasn't killed to, but it's an animal that's processing it.
It's, coming from their rebirth cycle.
Exactly. Got it.
So in that case, basically, so raw food is the ascension of vegan food. Vegetarian is the ascension of vegan food.
Got it.
Okay, so on the raw pattern, you have vegan raw food, but it's uncooked. It's live in enzymes. It's solar powered because the foods that are kissed by sunlight are solar powered, and then it's alive. It has living elements inside of it that reacts with a living body.
Got it.
So when you get to the standpoint to understand what raw foods is, you are living, so you're applying living. Living and living applies to life.
Got it.
And that's how you ascend into life. So you have more energy, you're more active, you're more programmed to adjust yourself on a higher frequency.
You're giving yourself more pure fuel.
Right. But then there's levels beyond that.
Okay.
You know, so you have the raw foodist, and then you have the hygienist. Now the hygienist is one like the daughter in the garden and the son in the garden, and where they eat the foods directly from the tree and from the garden.
Yes.
You know, there's no processing, there's no creating something to look like something. They're eating it as it is. You know, and that's another level.
Very Adam and Eve.
Yes. And then beyond that, then you have breatharian, you know, where one considers that life is all in the structure of how you breathe and what you intake in the body. So their food is the form of breath. Now, have we met many? Not too many, but it's talked about. I did experience it for 37 days in the mountains. It was probably the most spiritual, uplifting experience that I could ever have. You know, would I ask someone to do it or try it or give you a story about it? That I won't. What I will say is you have to want to experience something for yourself and know what it does for you, so you don't believe, and you know that by action and experience, you experience something that you feel your body can handle. And your spiritual body can handle. Because that's what it really goes back to, the spiritual inner self. What are you capable of? You know, so it's to give it to you in a big scoop is that raw foods is amazing for all of us as people. It goes way back beyond the ancient time that food was given on the land and on the earth.
Wow.
And you can live long, healthy, and strong without three major things that's taking place on the earth, and that is heart attacks, cancer, and diabetes. Okay, and it's time for change, and we're in that change. When I got into this, in the time that I did get into this, there was barely any raw food restaurants.
Right.
There were barely any prepared raw foods in stores.
Exactly.
And today it's shooting up.
It
and
is.
It's happening.
Thank goodness.
It's really making change. Colleges changing their menus. The transition is in work.
We need to see more in elementary schools.
Indeed,
Definitely.
We need to have some vending machines with some healthy, conscious choices in there. Instead of regular sugar, we need to have something with some agave or something in there with a little bit of nectar of love, and to build some iron inside of the body.
There you have it. There you have it. Your kale chips.
Yes, yes, kale chips. definitely have the kiss of the iron in there, and
Yeah.
you know, it has its properties, you know.
Okay.
But we do know that when you're not dehydrating food, you get more out of alive foods from that raw nature.
Got
you know,
it.
said.